Hi, everyone. We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order at 9:10 a.m.
Hello, everyone.
We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order at 9:10 a.m. We're going to move on to our land acknowledgement. Associated Students recognizes and acknowledges the first people of this ancestral and unceded territory of the Fernandino Tataviam Band of Mission Indians that is now occupied by our campus of California State University Northridge. Honors their elders, past and present, and the descendants who are citizens of the Fernandino Tataviam Band of Mission Indians. Associated Students recognizes that the tribe is still here, and we are committed to lifting up their stories, culture, and community. And we'll move on to our roll call.
Vice President Gupta, Representative Berrigan, Representative Batbold, Representative Cifuentes Weissman, Representative Dominguez, Representative Garcia, Representative Jimeniano Aragon, Representative Hernandez, Representative Cachadia,
Here.
Representative Levy,
Here.
Representative Leonardes, you want to use the other mic?
Present.
Thank you. Representative Modi, Representative Okiriki,
Present.
Representative Patel,
Present.
Representative Ramirez,
Present.
Representative Rangel.
Present.
Thank you. Representative Shamoon. Nope. Representative Torres,
Present.
Representative Torres Morfin. We do not have quorum.
All right, since we do not have quorum, we're going to move on to open forum. Open forum is intended as an opportunity for any member of the public to address the Associated Students Board of Directors. What happened?
So we can go into reports, but we cannot do an open forum because we do not have a formal start to the meeting as we're waiting for one person to reach quorum.
No worries. Thank you. All right, so let's go straight into reports. So for my report, I just have a quick couple announcements. So we will start assigning everyone to committees for the university soon. So please pay close attention to your email over the next few weeks. And then I need everyone to please keep signing up for the AS Welcome Celebration and for the NSO Freshman Orientation. We need full coverage on those shifts. So please get your name down as soon as you can. I also met with the senior advisor to the president for Inclusive Excellence and Equity Innovation Officer for the Global HSI Equity Innovation Hub, Amanda Quintero, about two national initiatives coming through. The one that she wants to partner with us with is Cultural Currency, launching September 10th and running through December with finalists announced in February and March. It's supposed to encourage a lot of entrepreneurship and just creativity within our students. So that's with Apple at the center of it as well. Finalists get technology bundles, and there may be a special performance. So that's something that they want to partner with us with, and then also get a little help with promotion and marketing. And then on CS Unity, mark your calendars. Our reception is Sunday, August 16th at 7 o'clock p.m. And we will have different cultures performing, so we would love for our full board to show up. And then we also met with the provost. Enrollment is looking very hopeful with increases expected in transfer students and overall registrations. They have hired 25 new advisors and are working toward one advisor for every 350 students, starting with incoming freshmen. And they are honest that the rollout won't be perfect, but it's a real step forward. There's also a push to have real student input on how we address AI in teaching and learning, a strong new emphasis on career readiness backed by data, and a new AVP connecting career readiness to our undergraduate students and alumni. The provost wants to keep the deans connected to associated students as much as possible as well, so make sure to keep connecting with your deans. And then I met separately with the University Relations President of CSUN Foundation. Their office provides fiduciary oversight over all the grants and gifts that come to CSUN, supports our academic programs and scholarships, and helps raise money through donor outreach and Giving Day. They also run alumni communications, work with campus police on student-facing messaging, and lead our local lobby day efforts advocating for CSUN at the CSU state and federal level. They also working on a grocery store partnership to bring healthier options into Valera Nest, which is part of our goals this year. So we really wanted to make sure we connect with them on that one. And then finally, an update from our last CSSA plenary. There is a disagreement between two bills on how transfer students' credits are handled coming into the CSU. So I'll give you guys more information in the email later about that. And then federal law now requires every campus to update its hazing rules. And then also, I want to give a special shout out that Vice President Sheen, she represented CSUN very well at the CSU Basic Needs Panel. So proud of our Vice President. We can give a round of applause even though she's not here. And then also, I was elected to the Finance Committee for CSSA, so I'll be advocating with some of our different budgets that we want in our CSSA budget. And that's pretty much it for my report. Are there any questions? Yes, Representative Okiriki.
I'm so sorry. I missed the date that you said for
The reception?
Yeah.
It's going to be August 16th at 7 o'clock p.m. Any other questions? And we'll definitely send out a reminder email for that with more information. Okay, well, moving on to Vice President Sheen Gupta's report. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a great Monday. I'm sad that I couldn't be there with you all in person today, but I'll be watching over Zoom, so remember to smile. I have a few exciting updates to share from the past few weeks. First, at the beginning of July, I had the opportunity to represent CSUN at the Basic Needs Panel hosted by the CSU Chancellor's Office. It was an incredible experience learning from campuses across the CSU system and sharing the amazing work happening here at CSUN. I'm especially proud to say that we have one of the strongest basic needs programs in the CSU, particularly with the continued growth of the Valera Nest. If anyone would like to hear more about the panel or connect with individuals involved, I'd be happy to share more. Hermione may have already mentioned this, but we also attended our first CSSA plenary. It was a great opportunity to collaborate with student leaders from across the CSU system, learn about statewide initiatives, and bring back new ideas and programs that can benefit CSUN. I also want to remind everyone that we are still recruiting members for both of our Board of Representatives and Cabinet. If you know students who would be great additions to our team, especially from colleges where we still have vacancies, please encourage them to apply. On that note, we have two candidates up for appointment today whom Hermione and I had the opportunity to interview. I look forward to hearing your discussion and seeing today's appointments. I hope you all read the bios. Over the past few weeks, Hermione and I have also met with the Provost's office and members of President Beck's cabinet to share our strategic plan. I'm excited that we're officially presenting it to you all today. This plan reflects the feedback and collaboration of this board, and university faculty and staff have been incredibly supportive of the goals we've set for the year. Thank you to everyone who has helped table at the NSO fairs so far. I know many of you are new to AS and the concept of tabling is very new, but I've heard nothing but positive feedback. That being said, I am extremely excited for everything we have coming up next week, including our AS Retreat, which is always one of my favorite events of the year, and CS Unity. Many of you may not know, but CS Unity is an event held by California State Student Association and brings together student leaders from all 22 CSU campuses, and this year, CSUN has the privilege of hosting it. We hope you'll join us for the events on August 15th and 16th, as AS will be hosting events during those times, and please make sure you've communicated with us regarding your attendance. Lastly, a quick reminder about our summer one-on-one meetings. There are still about 5 members I haven't met with yet. If you haven't responded to my email, please do so this week. I'll send one final reminder after today's meeting, as this will be my last week holding summer one-on-ones before we resume them in September. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful meeting. Any questions on Vice President Sheen Gupta's report? All right, great. Now we can move on to our Chair of Finance, Gali.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. Starting with the account balances as of August 3rd, 2026, STAR is currently at $200,000. Clubs and Orgs Fund is currently at $25,000. Phil Fund is currently at $7,500. Unassigned contingency at $369,042. So over the past few weeks, I've been sending out our annual budget approval notifications to clubs and orgs, and there are still a few remaining, and they'll be notified soon. So I'm happy to share that the approved 2026-2027 annual budget should be posted online on the AS Finance page very soon. And I've been working with IT to update all our funding forms so that they align with the new Code of Finance for 2026-2027 fiscal year, which has already been posted on the AS Finance webpage. So I encourage everyone to take a look at it. There are several important updates to the Code of Finance this year. And I've also had a few check-in meetings with our controller, Lionel, to ensure everything is moving smoothly for the new fiscal year. Lastly, I will be attending the personal board meeting this Wednesday and Thursday. And that's all for my report. Thank you.
Any questions for our Chair of Finance report? All right, now moving on to our AS Executive Director, Vicki Allen.
Well, I can't believe it, but students will be here in less than 3 weeks. The summer has gone by in a flash. My hope is that you had some time this summer to rest, to spend time with family and friends, to work on getting recalibrated for an exciting upcoming academic year. We recognize that as student leaders, you're going to have to come into a semester with a plan that includes how you're going to effectively manage your time. We're really excited that next week we are going to be going away on a retreat, and this is going to be a really critical opportunity for you to continue your relationship development as a team, but also for us to provide some foundational things that we know will help you be successful. And then kind of shifting once we do that on the 13th and 14th, in addition to CS Unity, what kicks that off is CSSA, which will be hosted here on campus as well. And that's also another great opportunity for you just to kind of see how the system-wide association works and operates, how their committees work and operate in person. So if you've got time, this is a great way for you to meet peers from other campuses at that event, as well as when CS Unity kicks off on that Sunday, August 16th. I do want to note that on the 17th, we are privileged to have our top 2 executives here from the campus. President Beck will be greeting all of the campuses on Monday the 17th, and our own Dr. William Watkins will provide the closing keynote. So we're very excited to have him, given his legacy and investment as a former AS president, and one who we are thrilled to have as our leader here because he helps us, and he definitely provides that relationship that is key to you as student leaders, being able to make the impact that you make on this institution. So I want to talk a little bit about impact. Shortly, I'll be sharing with you the AS Impact Report. We just have a couple of things that we're working out in terms of our visual representation, but this kind of showcases the work that last year's administration was able to accomplish. And I will tell you that when you're going through the year, you don't recognize the numbers because you're seeing things as they occur. But when you're able to reflect back and see it encapsulated in a comprehensive report, then you're really just highly impressed. And I will say that last year's administration, I'm just clearly impressed with the way in which we've impacted students with our programs, with our services, and with our resources. And so I'm even more excited seeing that there's a very detailed strategic plan that you as a group have worked together to work on and have already started to showcase that across campus, where I think that we will have an even greater impact moving ahead. In addition to the upcoming AS Retreat as well as CS Unity, I want to make sure that you know that we have AS Development Day. That's on Thursday the 20th. This information has been shared with you as well. That is from 8 to 5. that is another important opportunity for you to not only meet together, but also get to understand the professional departments, meet with the professional staff as well as all of our student staff. This year we've made some improvements to the program, so we won't be in one room the entire time. We'll have some gatherings together, but then we'll have some tracks where you'll be able to experience some things in some smaller groups. The other thing I want to just kind of let you know is that we will again have our AS welcome celebration. This is the first week of the semester, and so we'll have an opportunity for you as student leaders on that Wednesday to sign up and be out there greeting our incoming new students, whether they're first-time freshmen or transfer, as well as welcome back our returning students. And so we'll encourage you to participate in that as well. Just some final things that we're working on internally. We're finalizing kind of the overall strategic plan that we've been working on that ties to CSU Forward, sorry about that, as well as completing our assessment of our staff as a part of our annual performance review. One of the things that the CSU has made an investment in is AI. And last year's administration did an AI survey to students, as well as our vice president engaged a lot with our vice president for information technology and talking with students to understand their expectations, their concerns, and so on and so forth as it relates to AI. So AI in July kicked off on July 6th. It just concluded this last Friday. I attended many of the workshops last week, but one of the most impressive things that happened was we have a bunch of songs.
Moving
Okay. So I will tell you, hold on. They had every genre. They had some in Spanish, they had some hip hop. They have a whole list of about 30 songs. They created a playlist, and so I will send this to you so you can enjoy it, because I've been jamming to this for the last couple of days coming off of last week's program. But the other thing I think that was really important is there was a presentation that was done with one of the chief executives with Lincoln that's running statistics as it relates to AI and the impact of graduating seniors, because there's been a lot of media about the fact that AI is taking jobs from those entering the workforce. And what was really great is that he was looking at metadata, and that is not true, right? And so LinkedIn is the largest entity that collects information globally on employment opportunities, because we all have LinkedIn accounts. We notified when we are applying, when we're getting new jobs and opportunity, although that information is not necessarily real time. But he was able to provide some really interesting statistics and graphs that really talk about what's happening and where is the slowdown in jobs. But he also then definitely tied it to the skill set and our focus as a system on integrating this into the learning experience and how critical that's going to be for students in their future. So these things are going to be available on YouTube in about a month. So once they do become available out there, I'll make sure that I'll share some of the ones that I thought were really important and insightful that you as student leaders may want to share with your peers. So with that, enjoy the last couple of weeks of your summer. We look forward to seeing you a week from this Thursday. We have an incredible program planned for you. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
All right, and now moving on to our University Advisor, Asia Butler's report.
Good morning. I don't have a song to share, but I do have a new staff employee that I would like to introduce. This is Alejandro Espinosa. Yay! He is our new activities coordinator for Fraternity and Sorority Life, working with our PHC and IFC chapters, and then also providing general support assistance to all of our chapters. So we're very excited to have him here. He's been here for 4 weeks and already kind of hitting the ground running. So if you see Alejandro around, just say, hey, Alejandro. He's a nice guy, so we're happy to have him here. We're just getting ready for the start of the semester. We have Meet the Clubs coming up on September 8th and 9th. We have Meet the Greeks happening on September 10th. Both of these events are taking place from 11 to 2. Well, Meet the Greeks is till 4 o'clock. And Meet the Greeks is going to be on Matador Square lawn. And then Meet the Clubs is obviously where we normally are, University Library lawn, Sierra lawns, and all that fun stuff. Just been doing registration. Just getting ready for the new semester that's starting in 3 weeks. So thank you.
All right, any questions for our University Advisors report? All right, moving on to our Faculty Advisors report, Paula DeMarco.
Good morning. I don't have much of a report, but I did want to talk a little bit about looking ahead this year. So when I was reading today's agenda, I found myself thinking that a strategic plan is much more than just a list of goals. It's really about the kind of organization you want to become. As you move through the year, I'd encourage you to keep one simple question in mind whenever you're making decisions. And I know that you have this same question, but I want to just remind you, how does whatever you're doing improve the experience of our students? So that's really important, and just remind yourself of that. Whether you're discussing policies or programs or finding funding or advocacy, keep students at the center of every decision that you make, and hopefully that will guide you into a purpose that's clear to you all. So as you begin the new year, take the time to get to know one another. That's important too. Learn from one another and recognize that your different experiences and perspectives are one of your greatest strengths. The strongest boards aren't built because everyone thinks the same. I've been on boards before. The strongest boards are the differences that we all have. They're built because people respect one another, they work together, and they stay focused on their purpose, which is yours is to serve students, to serve the students. So I'm looking forward to watching this board grow and seeing that you accomplish what you accomplished together this year. I will be around. I'm going to be at some of the meetings, as you guys know, but I will send my report at a distance and share with you what I'm working on. But I'm going to always be watching and looking and seeing what's going on. So thank you, and that's all. Thanks.
Are there any questions for our faculty advisors report? All right. So since we do not meet quorum, new business will be moved to unfinished business next meeting. Moving on to our announcements. Are there any announcements that anyone would like to make? All right. Well, I do have an announcement. Everyone must communicate unexcused absences to Madeline and I for this meeting. I decided to excuse everyone's absences because I understand how hard it could be for some people in the summer. But once school starts, communication will need to be on point as these meetings are very important to get business done. Make sure to tell your co-representative in your college if they aren't here and communicate that to your colleagues. All right. If there's no more announcements, I can't wait to see you guys. I think Thursday we have our movie night still, so definitely come by. I think we're showing Incredibles 2, I believe. So definitely come by. I can't wait for it. And I can't wait to see you guys at CS Unity and our AS retreat. And then we're going to move on to adjournment final roll call. My apologies.
Vice President Gupta, Representative Berrigan, Representative Batbold, Representative Cifuentes-Weitzman, Representative Dominguez, Representative Garcia, Representative Geminiano Aragon, Representative Hernandez, Representative Cacharia,
Here.
Representative Levy,
Here.
Representative Linares,
Present.
Representative Modi, Representative Okireki,
Here.
Representative Patel,
Here.
Representative Ramirez,
Present.
Representative Rangel,
Present.
Representative Shamoon,
Present.
Representative Torres,
Present.
Representative Torres Morfin. Thank you.
All right, and we have adjournment at 9:39 a.m.